Hi, it's Roger here on a beach in Bali at sunrise with a question for you, which is how do you start every day? And what would be the optimum way to start it no matter where in the world you are? So in this video, I'm going to go through what those steps are and what I take wherever I am in the world. And let me start with a little thought exercise, which is imagine that this morning, Richard Branson woke up in your bed. Yeah, okay, that means, okay, maybe not with you in it. And imagine he wakes up in your bed, in your body. That means he's waking up as you. But he's waking up with his mindset. That means he's got your circumstances, he's got your history, he's got your resources, your bank account, but he's got his mindset and he's told he has to do this every single day for one whole year. All right, what are the chances that after even a week, you'd already be in a very different situation, right? It's like, why is that? Because he'd be thinking things different, he'd be doing things differently, he'd be calling different people. And as a result of that, you'd be in a whole different situation. He'll go, okay, so what have I got in life right now and how can I make the most of this at this moment? I've got a process that allows me to do this every single day. I've done it for many years. I want to share it with you, and I'll be doing that in a moment through a series of 8 questions. But before I do it, I have a request, which is that you make sure, because I have a special announcement, make sure that you subscribe, because we have got something very, very special we're going to be starting next week. I talked about this in the last video. Now that I've decided we're going to be doing this YouTube channel to really support everyone's entrepreneurial journey, I'm going to be doing a 6 and 12 month program coming up free of charge right here on YouTube, which you're going to get to go through every single step of the Wealth Lighthouse. This is the Millionaire Master Plan, my new book that came out. Even if you don't even have the book, you can go along and take these steps. We'll give you the links to the test next week. We'll go through every single one of the assessments at every level, from how do I get out of debt? How do I make sure that I've got really strong financials? What's the simplest, smartest way for me to start building my first business? How do I get myself into multiple businesses, into connecting to the right people, into investments? You know, the whole journey from $0 up to $1 million plus, the journey I took, the steps that I've seen many other people take. I'm going to take you through those steps as well. Everyone who subscribes to this YouTube channel, come back next week and you'll see we're going to start a really super special series of videos that are really, really going to help you, I believe, and actually allow us to build a community and take Q&As right here on this channel as well, wherever I happen to be in the world in the coming weeks. Okay, so with that being said, what are these 8 questions? Question number 1 is the question, what am I grateful for? This sun, guess what? We all get it every morning. We all get the same sunrise, even if we're not all on the same beach. So what am I grateful for is about just being present to the world and not letting things be taken for granted, which is so easy to do. And so by asking that question to begin with, new things show up every day. I then lead from that one to the second question, which is who do I love? This is not a what question, it's a who question. Who do I love is about the people I love most. And just like what am I most grateful for, it actually often isn't the people you'd expect. You know, it's like sometimes it's the people you love most, other times it's the person you didn't love yesterday. You know, sometimes I'll have an argument with someone or something the day before, I'll go to bed, I'll wake up next morning and say, who do I love? It's like, oh, it's that person. And straight away, I change what I think, not just of them, but of myself. I change the way I'm feeling about things. All right, so that then leads me to my third question, which is why am I so happy? Right? This is now more about loving yourself, right? It's like, why am I so happy? And you know, sometimes when I'm really happy and I just remind myself of it, that's awesome. But even better, when I don't think I'm happy, when things are tough, and we've all had tough times, that's been my lifesaver. I'll wake up and I'll be going, why am I so happy? And I'll come up with something, whatever it is, however small it is, which will actually just be the power for that day. These first 3 questions are what I call showing up. It's just being present to the day where it has nothing to do with what happened yesterday. And that then leads me to the next 2 questions, which is about stepping up. Stepping up is about the ability to be able to make commitments. You know, so what am I committed to is my next question. And when I ask what am I committed to, often it's the things that I've been neglecting. It's the things I haven't been thinking about. I'm committed to my health, I'm committed to my relationships, I'm committed to finishing a particular project. And when I say this is what I'm committed to, what will also happen through that thought is, without having a to-do list, because frankly a lot of us have to-do lists we're not committed to, I'll come up with one thing which I realize is the most important thing for me of all, of everything that's out there. And then how committed am I is my 5th question. And I'll ask how committed am I, because the truth is sometimes the same thing will show up each day and it won't end up being resolved, or I won't end up taking the actions because my attention is not focused at enough. When I say how committed am I, it'll be 110, 120%. It will eventually just resolve itself without me having to push it. And then I go from the 3 showing up questions, the 2 stepping up questions, to the final 3 giving back questions. Like, this process might take me 10 minutes, it might take me half an hour, but every day it's like the breath of air. If you're swimming, you've got to have those breaths. It's that breath of air which allows me to really just deep dive into that day. So my next question, the 6th question, is the question all around intention, which is, what is my intention today? You know, intention is such a powerful thing, because what your intention is where your attention goes. So when I say, what is my intention today, it might be something like, to make magic in every relationship that I connect with. Intention today might be something like, to really just start, creating a day of inspiration and a day of just true being or clarity, which from that point of being allows amazing things to happen during the day. And then after the intention question, which is me dancing with the universe, I'll have a question which is the universe getting a chance to dance with me, which is, what is my wish? It's one of my favorite questions. What is my wish I'm ready for now? Which is like a genie in the pocket. If I could wish for anything, what would it be? And the more you get into flow, the more you find these wishes coming true. I might have a wish like, today's the day I find that person to run this part of my business, or today's the day that I had this amazing moment with my family. And then the wish will just show up. I don't have to plan it. It will just appear at the right time. And then the final question is, why am I here? Super important. It brings meaning to everything. And why am I here on this beach right now, today, taking one of my most personal moments and sharing it with you on this video? Why am I here at the beginning of the 21st century, at a time when we have greater challenges and greater opportunities than ever before? Why am I here? The here could be a time frame, it could be a place. Sometimes it's a specific place, sometimes it's a wider picture of the entire planet. You get to choose every day, and it's whatever just shows up as the first thought. And when you actually ask that question, the answers really bring meaning to that day as well. These are the 8 questions I ask. You might change them a little bit, or you might use exactly the same questions as well, but the most important thing is you're setting yourself up for that success, so that you're resetting every day as if it's a new masterpiece. And you allow yourself, because nature does it already. It already paints masterpieces every day. You allow yourself to be part of that magic. So make sure that you take those 8 questions. I'll run through them again. You can write them down. Number 1 question is, and this is so important to begin with, what am I grateful for? Then, who do I love? Then, why am I so happy? And after those ones, what am I committed to? How committed am I? And then the final 3, what is my intention? What is my wish? And why am I here? Take those, use them, put down in the comments if you have other ways you start the day that could be of value to those who are watching this video. Love to hear your comments. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll be connecting up with you on the next video, when I am going to be giving you a really super special number of key things that will allow us to go on this journey together in the coming weeks. And I'm really looking forward to the journey ahead. Until next time, have an absolutely amazing week and day, and we'll speak to you again later. Bye.